Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Spidey Fan Reviews here, and today I got my review for the Wolverine. I finally saw this movie, and I'm finally getting to upload my review. And I just gotta say, this movie was awesome. I actually really liked it a lot. I'm gonna go as far as saying it's the best comic book movie this year. Better than Iron Man 3, better than Man of Steel. Thor hasn't come out yet, and Thor looks pretty good, so we'll see about that. But I have to say, this is probably the best X-Men movie at the moment right now. I liked it more than my favorite X-Men movie, which was X-Men 1. And, yeah, really good movie. I'll start off with the things I liked. Number one thing I liked the most was Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. That dude is Wolverine. I mean, come on, he was so good. I really liked that bullet train scene. I think that's the scene that everybody says is really good. I like that scene as well as the final battle with the Silver Samurai. That was really cool too. I really liked that. Now, there were a few problems I had with it, but nothing really that can take away from the movie. Just little minor gripes, and the biggest one was I thought when they went to that house, things sort of slowed down a little bit, but it was still, you know, it was still good, and it doesn't take away from the movie at all. It's still a good movie, and I still recommend everybody sees it. Now, don't see it in 3D. The 3D was not that good. I didn't really like the 3D that much. But I really like the Wolverine going to Japan story. I really like that, and I really like that we got a movie based off that. And we finally got a good Wolverine movie. Like, Wolverine Origins was meh. It was meh. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It had lots of problems. That's for sure. But, you know, Hugh Jackman was Wolverine, and Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool until they screwed him up was fine. But continuing on to this movie, I really liked it. It takes place right after X-Men 3, which I did not think they were going to do. I thought this was going to be almost like a standalone movie, but I'm glad that they brought it into the X-Men universe. So, speaking of which, since they tied it after bringing it in after X-Men 3, this is when this takes place. Get a lot of Jean Grey. You know, he sees her every time he takes he's dreaming, and we get an awesome after credit scene, and I'll get to that at the end. But for now, the opening scenes too was really cool. That was an awesome scene. And then after that, we saw like bearded Logan, and he has really long hair, and beats some guy up in the bar for using illegal poisons on animals, which was cool. That was a good scene too. And the problem I had with it too was, and it's not a problem, it's just something that I have. This is in Japan. All these Asian people have weird names, and it's kind of hard to keep track of characters. That's it for me. So yeah, I actually haven't read a Wolverine comic book in years. But every time a new X-Men movie comes out, I always get excited for it, and I'm really excited for Days of Future Past, and I think I'm going to get back into Wolverine now because of this movie, and Days of Future Past is coming out. So, now for the after credit scene. Days of Future Past, it sets it up for that pretty much. What we see in the after credit scene is Wolverine's at an airport, and we see on the screen this little TV scene says Trask Industries, people that make Sentinels, and they were showing Sentinels and prototypes and how they're trying to keep you safer and blah blah blah. There's actually a Days of Future Past ad of Trask Industries, and that's really cool too. But so we see that, and then Magneto shows up, and it's the original actor. I can't remember his name. I feel terrible not remembering his name. But then Patrick Stewart rolls up on his wheelchair, and it's Professor X, and he says darker times are coming, and of course he's talking about Days of Future Past and the Sentinels. So that was really cool. Overall, I love the movie. I love the bullet train scene. I loved Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I love the last battle. I love the opening scene. There's so many scenes that were so great. That's why I'm going 4.7 out of 5. This was great. Best X-Men film yet. Days of Future Past will probably beat it, but right now, as it stands, this is the best X-Men movie.